Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. Hello. 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 I'm right here. I'm coming. I'm coming. One. Share. What's up? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm right here. I'm right here. All right. Twitter. Um. All right. Okay. Next. Share. All right. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. Are we there? Just setting up my stuff right there. I'll be with you right now. Right now, right now. Okay. Somebody there? just setting up, guys. I think my microphone has gone bonkers. Please, I'm just setting up and coming here. I have a lot of juices. I'm coming in, and we are talking about Sharjah, surviving the pandemic, and yeah, it's all here. It's gonna be juicy. I'm sorry for the wrong date and wrong timing and short notice, but I'm right here, just setting up my microphone, please. Okay. All right. Lucy, what's up? Okay. I'm right here. I think everything is clear now. Everything is clear now, so I'm right here with everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate your patience. I took so much time to set up, and we are talking about something that is very juicy. Actually, I could have done a video, edit it, refine it, filter it, and then post it online, but I was like, I'm gonna talk about Sharjah. Why should I refine it? The place is hardly... Hi Christine, welcome. Anita, welcome. Lucy, welcome. Christine, welcome to all of you that are here. We are going to talk about Sharjah today. So if you are not a Sharjah person and you're tuned in, just get the information for the sake of you in the future. You never know. And invite somebody who lives in Sharjah. Now, let me sit comfortably because this one is gonna take a little bit of concentration and being tactful in my communication so that I don't get myself in the wrong side with the authorities. You know, in Sharjah, you have to be extra careful. So I am going to be speaking for a lot of us. First things first, it has become, in this corona time, there has been a sudden increase in the number of marriage certificate requisition. In fact, just a little bit before I did this video, I just did a TikTok and I was like, every year, the pastors will be preaching for us every weekend. You will get married. I see your marriage to your prince, to your king. Pray, speak it, believe it. It will happen. And then, every year is ending. And you people are not getting married to your prince. Now this year. Hi Ubong, welcome very much. We are talking about Sharjah. So we are going to look at the problems of Sharjah and why all of us must just vacate this place very soon, ASAP. In fact, some of us, we are tied here by the contract, which of course the municipality is not going to let us walk out of just like that. So there is a sudden increase in demand for marriage certificates. Apparently, this has been the year of marriage. You people are thinking it's the year of coronavirus. As you know, this channel, we talk about everything else that every YouTuber avoids to talk about, you know, like the risky stuff. Honestly, the risky stuff, we tackle them here because you may be going through some kind of depression and somebody gives you a joke. It gives you that momentary fantasy or something. It takes your mind away from the actual situation or the actual problem just momentarily, and then you will come to the real issues, and that is where QTV comes in, because we have to tell you the facts, the things you need to know, and how you need to handle yourself. So pronto, we're jumping into our topic of the day, which is staying in UAE, specifically in Sharjah, despite your job loss. So we know that in this vicinity right now, maybe 60 to 70% of people are unemployed, and there is many reasons that it's making them not to repatriate. So we took on the major reasons which many people try to point to when they're asked, why are you not ready to go home? So first things first, The number of marriages at the Registrar of Marriages inside the UAE has been amazing. And you know, Sharjah is governed by the Sharia law. I think it's the most strict Emirates. It's the most strict compared to anyone, in that you cannot buy or sell alcohol anyhow, you cannot dress anyhow, you cannot walk anyhow. And with this coronavirus pandemic, they have done a lot of things that has made us, we people, to be very, very concerned, very, very worried. We are almost losing it. So first, there is a sudden rise in the requisition for marriage certificates. And somebody asked me, Lizzie, since you are more informed of how things happen, how can I get a marriage certificate? I asked, have you been married incognito, or you are fornicating openly? I think those two words were very those two words were very complex for the kind of person I asked, and I could not disintegrate. I could not tell him what being married incognito is or what fornicating openly is, but this person is doing both of them. Never mind about the fact that he doesn't know the English terms of what he has been doing for months and for ages now. So I responded to this person that I will respond to you through a YouTube video, and I researched, of course, and I came down here to sit. Now, for you to get married inside United Arab Emirates, first you need a bride approval. So some of you ladies have been married without your approval, without your consent, sometimes even without your knowledge. What does your approval mean? That you have to provide your Emirates ID, that you accept and say, I, Lizzie Njoga, accept today to be married to so and so, the son of so and so, in a holy, most of the time it's not holy, you know it's not, but no problem. That is what is going on, and you need to know it. You need to know, you need to accept, you need to mentalize and be aware that you're getting married, which is not the case most of the time, especially in COVID-19, where situation has caused some of us to be married by force. Some of us, we are married not because we want to be married, but because we cannot afford rent. So we cohabited. Yes, we did. I am not going to capitalize on that. Medical test. Now, medical test is very paramount. This is a standard something. Remember. Oh, yes, sure, I will. The people chatting me on the side when I'm live on YouTube, please, can you all gather here in YouTube, because I need more of you here as possible. I need your audience right here. So call all those people. If you can see my screen and somebody is chatting me, tell them to channel their energy in the correct direction. I don't want to be talking here to myself and other people are talking to me on WhatsApp. That's not a fair thing. All right, we move on to the parents' approval. Now, assuming you are an orphan, you can orphanize yourself. I know somebody who instantly became orphan because their parents back home does not approve of this marriage of convenience, so they became orphan. And now this is where they will ask you for a death certificate of your parents. They can get some of it, or they can get, just a proof of somebody is dead. Yeah. And we have, if you are initially married or divorced, you have to provide these papers. Oh, yes, the people on any other channel, Peter Manu, I can see you. Thank you very much. Come and join me on YouTube. Come and join me on YouTube. I'm right here. I just started. I'm talking about Sharjah, and you live here in Sharjah. So come, let's talk about the sewa that is almost making you to divorce yourself from the apartment. All right, and we have the documents, the power of attorney in case you're getting married in absentia. Now, this has not happened at all. I don't know one person that has got married in absentia, especially in COVID-19. It has not happened. Let's just face it. It used to happen before, when you want to get American passports, or you get married virtually so that your spouse can say your spouses, so that you can get American passport or UK or whatever. But in COVID-19, your presence is required. But nonetheless, if you still want to brave the situation and do a virtual marriage, Well and good for you. You need your consulate attestation, whereby if your government or if your country does not have a consulate within United Arab Emirates, like we know, not all countries are represented here. Some have a consulate in the nearby countries like Saudi or Qatar or Bahrain, because they cannot all be congested here. We know the country is not big for all of us to do whatever we want in terms of our consulate and all. So you need your consulate attestation. All right. And you need this translated into Arabic. Normally, nobody cares about this. It can be translated. It's just going to cost you 150 dirhams. Now, if you have already married incognito and maybe there is a baby on the way, before they used to arrest people, but because of COVID-19, I know somebody who, yes, they cohabited because of corona, and now a baby has been born and they were not arrested though. We would have thought these people, we were going to see them in prison, bringing pampers in prison, but that has been made, it has been flexibilized. You never knew this could happen. And now to the other things that you need to have, aside all this I've listed there, is the approval of the lady. Now, you need to be a resident. That goes without saying. In some Emirates, both the spouses, both the parties that want to be married must be residents. In some, it's only one should be okay. You have to go through a positive premarital screening, and this is issued by concerned public health facilities. Like, you know, mostly UAE wishes to arrest some of these chronic diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, you know, inherited diseases. So there are some diseases that if are found in you, you cannot go ahead and marry, or you have to treat them first before you come back and get married. And then you schedule the marriage online. This one people are doing, and right now they're on wait list all the way to April. I tried to make like a dummy marriage requisition, and I am on slot in April 2021. So if my dummy marriage goes on, we will just move on and do it. All right. Now to the problems facing Sharjah. The problems facing Sharjah, how we are still here in Sharjah despite our job losses. Now, some people are on sponsored visas. Do you know when your visa expires, it still has to be cancelled? So if it's not cancelled, you're still, like me, for example, by the time I was laid off by my company, I am laid off at the exact time that my residency is expiring and is due for renewal. Look at this kind of setup. This is wickedness. In fact, may God just punish the devil, not anybody, the devil. The devil deserves to take the punishment for this. So you find that even though your documents is expired, they still need to be cancelled. So if you're out there saying that, oh, my company terminated me at the time that my document is expired, just be aware that they still have to cancel it anyway. If they don't cancel it, they can slap you with an abscond, which doesn't really make sense because they have already terminated you. So if you're on a sponsored visa, some cannot exit because the necessities have not been done in terms of their documentation. And this does not really help at all. This does not help if your company has laid you off and still they frustrate your efforts trying to coexist here inside United Arab Emirates. Okay, there is something called a debt trap, and a lot of people, let me just put this in the context of Gulf. There is a debt trap. Debt trap is maybe you're earning 5,000 dirhams and you find yourself getting in an auto loan that requires you to pay maybe 1,000 dirhams. You know, the situation that I'm now referring to is very relatable to me as a person. So they make the thing very, very exciting. They make it palatable. They make you look at the now, the wowness of the wow of the now. So you end up entering a venture that you start something you cannot finish. You start not something you cannot finish. You see, when they present you a car, when they present you a mortgage, you know, like this, the Mark Hills and all these real estate agents, they have tricked people into buying houses they cannot sustain. And what they don't even tell you, it's a 99-year lease. This is something that we know inside United Arab Emirates. You cannot buy a piece of land and it's permanently yours, like the way we do in our home countries. You buy a piece of land and I hold the title deed. If I write in my will, bury me with my title deed, that's it. No, here it's for 99 years. So let's say me at the age of 50 or 60 and I tell my descendants that I have 1 or 2 properties, please look after them, and then they stay in it for 10 or 20 years and they're told, okay, the list for your grandmother is finished. Imagine how I'll be rolling on my grave. Just imagine. These are the reasons why I wanted to refine this video, but I say Sharjah doesn't deserve it. Sharjah is, first of all, very, very unrefined. And I'm doing it live, so you guys get to see how clumsy I can get. Okay. That is a debt trap with the Carrefour, with all these loyalty programs, with the branches, with everything that surrounds you. There are people, oh, credit card, did I mention credit card? Some people are dying death of credit card. Hey! So they don't even educate you properly on the product, and you find yourself paying 20,000 when you actually just use 10,000. Product education is lacking, and they don't care to educate you. They just want to sell. Would you believe during this COVID-19 how many people still ended up taking loans? I know somebody who finished taking loans and lost their job the next week. The banks don't care. Everyone is caring about the now. You understand? They lure you into taking a loan when they know you cannot sustain it. So you take the loan, you're there, the bank agent who gives you the loan get their commission, or they have reached their target. Hello, welcome Lillian, welcome. You're quite late but still on time, welcome. So you find that the agent at the banks gives you a loan which they know you cannot pay, and he goes home and sit down and relax because he has reached his target. Maybe he's told your benchmark is to give 5 loans in a month. Oh, the credit card gist. Yes, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back about that. So you find that this is supposed to be like insured. So the agent at the bank does not give about you. I censored that. They don't really care. All they want is to sell you the loan. They don't care if you are going to be grounded in this country for life. My own is just to sell the card. My own is just to sell the loan. My own is just to sell. So if you are going to be choking with my product later on, that one no concern me. No be my problem at all. And that has been going on even despite the pandemic. The other reason why people are still stuck here in Sharjah, despite the job loss, is their inability to relate to things back home. Now, let's sit down and talk about this. Many of us, we come inside UAE with this much expectation. You come, maybe your agent back home, by the time they do for you visit visa, sometimes you even come, you have signed a contract, a non-existent contract. Reality hits you after you land in Terminal 2. Terminal 2 of Dubai International Airport. And now you look around. First of all, the airport is almost like the one you've left back home. You come out for aircraft and be taken to the Bastille where you will be receiving your baggages. So it is made to look very, very glorious, such that when you reach here, you insist on staying until you see that glory. And sometimes you stay and die without that glory manifesting. Am I speaking or am I speaking? Yes. So you find that many people have come, they have digested a lot of things that go on here, that when they go back home, they cannot relate. Me, I'm among those people. Anytime I go outside, I think that anytime there is a thunderstorm, the light will go off. When I'm here in UAE, I will get 1 week advance notification. Dear Elizabeth Njoga, and they write it, they make it very official. On this and this date, there will be no power cut. Oh, welcome, Stephen. Welcome. You will find that they will tell you that on this and this date, there will be power cut. All right, so you know, you are pre-notified that the power cut is going to be there. But back home, it's doomso. If you're coming from Ghana, you will understand what doomso means. Doomso means you're having light. It's like you're playing with the switch. Tap, 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 tap. Yes, and it does happen. And that is some of the reasons why some of us, we are enslaved here and we don't see ourselves going back. You are enslaved by the little mall, by... Hello, hello, welcome, Lydia. Welcome. I thank you very much for joining me. You are enslaved. Actually, the slavery is right here in your mind, because you have been shown only Burj Khalifa and Burj Al Arab before you come. Nobody told you are going to stay in Abu Hail. You will be renting an apartment with a rat. Nobody told you that. Nobody told you that you will be in a place that you still use that pit. Did you know there is some places here inside Dubai where they still use pit latrine? You have never seen? Contact me. I will go and show you how people live. And these are things... Oh, yes. These are things that they have not normalized. These are things that have been normalized about some parts of Asia. They have normalized making poverty look as the headline for Africa, and it's not here inside UAE. There are some places that you cannot even put Wi-Fi. Why? The cable connection is not there. This is a very similar situation with my village back in Homa Bay. And I cannot come and talk about it. It's the reason why I prefer to go live. And then I can tell authorities I was carried away. Very, very good bargaining tactic. Pit latrine. Yes, there are pit latrines in some places here inside UAE that you are almost going to ask the rat or the mouse to help you pay the rent because they are living with you. Or they will not excuse you. They will be fighting with you over your food on the table. I seen them keke with my own eyes. Yes, as I tell you. The other thing we are talking about is traffic problems. Remember, we are highlighting Sharjah today. Now, living in Sharjah means you are doing your 9 to 5 job. All right, but you have to start moving from here at 5 o'clock. You have to wake up at 4. So you have to, if you are driving, by the time you reach, your right hand is numb. In fact, I would highly recommend the people staying in Sharjah to start driving manual cars. That way it is kind of exercise for the whole body, you know, clutch and steering and brake and all. But if you are driving a car that is, like normal standard car, you will reach your office, you are totally drained. And this, I am happy that some people have started reflecting on the mental health of people, because people are not healthy mentally. Me, I did a job. I resigned after 3 days. Why? Because I have to go with the traffic, not against the traffic as my previous role, whereby when people are sleeping, I'll be jamming. I'll be the only one in the streets, waka as I go to the airport. No. And in the morning when they are going, me, I'm coming. You understand? So when I had to be in the traffic with them, on the 3rd day, I'd already resigned because I calculate, I balance out very well. I sit down and say, no, Lizzie, you are not born for this kind of slavery. So I left, and I apologize for those of you that I disappointed. Yes, health is wealth, and I cannot buy it if I waste myself going to work somewhere. Talk less of the fact that maybe the money will not pay my hospital bills. You understand? Good. So traffic problem is something that I'm among the people that think they should do something about it. Like the Sheikh of Sharjah should just sit down with a group of people, strategize on how they are going to make people's life easy. Otherwise, I would totally recommend move to Dubai. There is a lot of empty structures there, and there is a lot of flexibility. You see, like during this COVID-19, Dubai actually waived off rent for some people. They made it easy to exit your contract. For some of us, I'm still there for this house. Why? Because if I leave, I have to pay 2 months in advance. Sewa people, they will not return my deposit. Building people, they will not return my deposit. And look at all this because you've lost your job. They don't pity you one bit. And then the next thing, why living in Sharjah has become different. paid parking. Did you know that in this corona year, now we are paying parking? As you all know that I live in a very nice building. I have a very good view of Dubai. I have a very good view of Sharjah. I have a very good view of parking. In fact, I can pat myself in the chest and say I have among the best views in another area. Yes, for those of you who don't know where QTV headquarters is, this is another area. Yes, I have a very good view. So sometimes this window that gives me a very brilliant view is what maybe opened my mind to start up a QTV channel, because I used to have this broad perspective of things, broad alignment, and I used to see everything as they happen finished. And now I'm seeing something very depressing every morning. Ask me what that is. It's paid parking. One day, a group of people just come with one truck and they started painting white all over on the sand. Something that me, out of my curiosity level, I went and did it like this with my feet and it was coming out. So they painted, we say, oh, Sharjah is now painting sand. The sand is being painted, at least there will be sand mark. You know, when land is painted, it's landmark. When sand is painted, it now becomes sand mark. And they painted everywhere. When they painted, we were still beholding the beauty of the white paint. Tomorrow, they brought all the old paid parking machines from Dubai, the orange ones, you know them. The one that we scratch with coins. They put them there. Before we can even understand what's going on, the next day I see somebody with fat belly, with something that looks like 3 phones bundled together, taking photos of our cars. I say, you people, you start giving us fines, no notice, no notification. You don't even know which zone you're in. You see, in Dubai, if such a thing will happen, let's say they want to change even the parking structure of an existing paid parking, they will put a note. First of all, they will give you at least a month for people whose cars are there. Having understood that it's a free parking, they will give you time to remove your cars. And then they will tell you how long the project will take and who is handling the project. It will be written there very clearly. And then they will now tell you from when you start paying this parking and how much you will be paying per hour. And if you violate, what are the penalties you are expecting. In Sharjah, we woke up one day and they were painting. They were painting the sand. They did not even clean the road. They just started painting. They finished painting. They started charging the next day. The third day, somebody is already giving fine to everybody. And this is not fair. And this is something that authorities, if they have access to such videos like this one, do something, please do something. And recent power cuts. Now, before I understood that the policy of SEWA, now SEWA means Sharjah Electricity and Water Department. Before I understood that they had a concept, you know, when you take an apartment, based on the size of the apartment you take, it determines what kind of deposit they will take from you. So you find that, like for me, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment, my deposit is 1,600. Somebody who is in a 2-bedroom maybe pays 2,500. Somebody in a higher, so the higher, the bigger your space, the more deposit you are paying. And this deposit is supposed to cater for the fact that in case you have delays in payment, then they recover from the deposit. All right. Just last week they came to our building. You know, Sabi wetin they do. They come and cut everybody's power. If you are having any existing, bills that you have not paid, they cut all of that. Any existing bills. So imagine you have just 1 or 2 people who are there, who have not paid their bills. 100, somebody have 100, somebody have 300, somebody have 400. If you have any existing bill from the previous month, they cut. And now you have to pay and be charged a connection fee. Tell me, what exactly do I have to benefit from that deposit I've paid? Because I have 2,000 with you people and my bill is 600. It does not make sense for me why you should cut my power. And this is something that has been going on and on and on and on. And now they are covering everybody. And now to the bonus of why you should be careful. And if you have a chance to leave Sharjah during this time, please go ahead and do so. Just the other day, I found the Sharjah municipality are now everywhere. In fact, somebody will just come next to the lift and lean like that, waiting for anyone who will come. In fact, let me sanitize before I talk about this. Where is my sanitizer? Oh, I'll just sanitize before I talk about this. Otherwise, they will put me in problem again. There is somebody who comes, let's say, to the building. You find that sometimes you are just one person in the elevator. So you bring down your mask. Oh, the person is leaning there, waiting. And before they used to give you fines, you pay at your convenience. Now, no way. Now, as soon as they catch you, they take your Emirates ID and tell you, come for it at the police station. So I have somebody who they have taken their Emirates ID. So now he doesn't have Emirates ID and still is caught again in another problem. They carry the person go. So you tell me, how are we going to be safe in an environment whereby you're busy hustling for a job? Some people cannot even afford the mask. It's unfair to come inside the building and go up in the floors and looking for people who have not put on mask. Let's say like my own apartment is not far from the garbage chute. So if I go to drop garbage chute, at a time like this when there is nobody home, no potential human being will be in the corridors of the building. And this is the time that you want to show up and tell me that I went to throw garbage, which is hardly 5 meters away, that I went to throw it without mask. Are you being fair? And then you pursue me to the house and ask for my ID and tell me to go and collect it at the petrol station. See, we understand that the economy is not so good. We understand that everyone has had their moment in this COVID-19 situation. But also, it does not make sense to give non-stop fines to people who cannot afford to pay them. I mean, realistically speaking, I don't know about every other Emirates, let's say like Abu Dhabi or Al Ain, but here in Sharjah, now the police have even started flogging people. You work at night and you cannot give the reason for your working, they will flog you. The other day, I have to drop a friend and I have to drive maybe extra 5 kilometers avoiding the Al-Nada Park. Now, Al-Nada Park, I don't know if it's a notorious or a hot area or whatever. They say that, oh, a lady was mugged, that somebody tried to snatch her bag, and that is why the police are camping there. How can the police be camping there? Give me a break now. People are doing exercises. People are doing this. People are doing that. And you want to say that they are camping there because now police want to flog people, make you lie down the way they'll make you do in high school and flog you and send you home just because you're working. Maybe I'm a barrister. I'm coming from closing the coffee shop. You want to flog me because I'm walking home because I can't afford a car. And it's even worse for motorists. For motorists, you will just be driving your own. Before you see the light behind you, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's green light. They will not even talk to you. Molkia and license. I'm like, really? That is where it has got to. So me, this video was just to give you an idea of how difficult it has been to live in Sharjah. And me, if I could exit this contract now without being charged anything. In fact, I will leave my municipality deposit to them. I will leave my sewa deposit. I'll waka go because I don't tire. I don't tire. First of all, there is no tourist attraction. There is nothing major that is going in. You're always worried. Like I'm now wearing hot pants like this. It's because I'm doing the video at home. If I have to step out, now I have to wear something different. And this is freedom that the people in Dubai are enjoying that we are not enjoying. You know? These are things that somebody needs to come here on live and help me talk about, because it will help our life get better, especially for those of us who are looking to finish our contracts and kiss Sharjah goodbye. So if you have anything you like to add, please let me know. If you have anything you want to cry about, Let's get here and cry because SHARJAH don't kill us. SHARJAH don't kill us. SHARJAH don't kill us. We don't die. We don't die. Finish. SHARJAH don't kill us. And recently they're even cutting power. Oh, did I tell you that? Recently they are cutting power. You can come and the lift is not working. And this is not like one building. This is area, you know, like one area. They will just come and cut power. They will just come. Now even going to Lulu supermarket, it has become impossible because you don't know where they will catch you. In between one walk and 10 minutes, 10 meters away, they could just catch you and find you. And this is something that has been going on, and we know that the economy is not picking up, at least not as fast as we expected it was going to. So there are no jobs, there is no money. This person that is, it's just too much for me, guys. It's just too much for me, guys. That's all I had to share. Unless you have something that you'd like to ask, I am free to answer them. As far as getting marriage certificate is concerned, there are people who have come up with fake marriage certificates that they're giving people who they think are desperate, people who got married without planning, people who got married without their consent, people who got married without their knowledge, and now most of them are desperate because the situation forced them to. And you know, the quarantine requirements when you land in some countries is also not easy. So you find yourself living with somebody just because you can't afford your rent. So you are in an automatic relationship for that matter, and then things happen and then you are stuck. You are literally stuck, and they should come up with a way to help people, because people would now not go to do such things. You know, if they made it like a free environment whereby you can just go and get your pack of, you know, safety, your pack of safety stuff when you want to like involve with your somebody of the other gender, you understand? If they make such packs available, then people will not come with this problem of belay that they cannot, you understand, at a jobless time. There are some people whereby this procreation is the only activity they have. Internet don't cut, power don't cut, water don't cut, gas no day, food no day. They are just trying to like wipe out their problems by doing this procreational activities, and now that one too they have been denied. You want people, you won't contact people die. Give people a break now. Give people a break. So this is my humble appeal to anyone who has access to anybody who can make things change, especially on the front of housing, on the front of power, because the sewa has really gone up. Now the people in Dubai are paying much less. In fact, they are giving a lot of discount for houses, but people are still stuck with their contracts in Sharjah. Now by the time we will now want to go to that Dubai, maybe the price would have gone up again. Now why would the system strategically frustrate some people like that? Now we cause the problem. Now we cause corona. Now we see, I don't vex, guys. Bye bye. And also I'm gonna do giveaway because I'm very close to 1,500 subscribers, and I really appreciate those of you that have stayed with me up until now, that have been patronizing me in terms of viewership. So I'm gonna do the next video and ask some very simple questions, which if you answer correct, you stand a chance of getting a QTV mag. And I'm gonna do something a little bit higher for all those, you know, extra people who make sure they're live with me, who make sure they patronize me in viewership, and this means so much for me. All right, so I'll be giving some cups. I'll be also working on t-shirts, and in the future maybe some masks, and in the beginning it's going to be giveaways, and let me work on them. So everyone who deserves it, everyone who has been influential or touched QTV in any way or another, please make sure to comment down on the comment section so that I will do the right thing of awarding you for your loyalty, and it will make me feel good because I will count you among the people that have been with me on my humble days, because once I now reach live screen. We will have people coming on live screen with me, and you never know, it could be you. So don't miss the opportunity of getting the QTV cup giveaway and t-shirt, which is going to be very limited. I'm still working on them, and once they're all done, I will be sure to come to you. So thank you all very much for having stayed with me all through this live video. I could have done a video and then edit it and then refine it and then make it look good. In fact, maybe I would have added some light so that my skin have some shimmer, but I said no, I'm gonna be talking about Sharjah. Who they refine this place? Sometimes I don't feel like it they like my own Africa, but without trees. You see, Africa, we have trees, so we pride ourselves in that. This place, imagine Mamboleo in Kisumu or some place in Uganda like that. It has trees now because this is my friend. Come on, to go carry yourself. Go weekend. I started. Go and find something to drink. Me, I go drink my tea for here. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, Ona, bye bye. Love you all very much. The ones who have stayed till this point, I appreciate. I do appreciate. Except you want to tell me something, I'm going to take a moment to wait. Put it down on the comment section. You're there. I'm waiting for a question, especially if you want to get fake married. Oh, I love you very, very much, Mina. I love you. Question now. Ask question. Something that I can answer now. I'm giving myself maybe 3 or 4 minutes before I end the live program. Yes, you know. Oh, thank you so much, Mina. I really appreciate it. Mwah, kiss right back. Oh, it feels good. I wish it was a person. Nobody even commented about my hair. Wickedness. Yalla. Thank you very much, guys, for having tuned in with me. For the 5-6 people who have been here from the beginning to the end, I really do appreciate. See you again on another live video. I think live video does fairly very well for the channel, so I'm gonna be keeping up a lot of such bulletins. Do have a blessed weekend, and if you want to go party, please do so, because even if you don't party, life goes on.